doing running for Congress? You're so young. And I tell them that I'm running for Congress because I am young. Because I have more invested in the future than the people that are sitting up there right now. This is my lovely wife, Laylee, who, if you want to feel sorry for anyone, you can feel sorry for her. I gave a speech about 3 months ago, and I thought it was a pretty good speech. And then afterwards, I sat down, feeling kind of happy with myself, and the lady behind me said, "You didn't introduce your wife." I learned my lesson very early, and half of my campaign is sitting right there. If you'll indulge me for a second, I had an epiphany right before I made the couple hours drive up here, and printed out this graph. This graph, which is very, very difficult to see, the graph is the law of diminishing returns. I have a master's degree in international business, and luckily I remembered something. What did I remember? I thought that it would be fitting to tell you why I'm here and why good Democrats are in Shenandoah County. See, sound political strategy tells you that if there aren't Democrats there, you probably shouldn't be there. That's why, unfortunately, a lot of our money, our state money this year, goes to Northern Virginia, Hampton Roads, Richmond area, a few key targeted races. But this shows us, if you want to take a peek at it, it shows you that we can actually get more return for our money by investing in areas that need the most help. If we took the same $1 million that we were going to put into a Northern Virginia race to get 0.5% of a vote for someone, I bet you we could put that right here in Shenandoah County and easily pick up 5 or 6 points. Because people in the 6th District are working class individuals. This is a blue collar district. And they are Democrats and don't even know it. So while sound political strategy might say Shenandoah County 70-30, don't waste your time there. Spend your time in Roanoke, Lynchburg. That's where you need to be. I tell them I need to be everywhere. Because that's where Mark Warner was, and that's who taught us how to get back to the basics of retail politics. You've got to spend time in rural Virginia if you want to turn Virginia blue. He learned that lesson. He taught us that lesson. And Tim Kaine and Jim Webb both learned from that. And that's why we're on the verge of having 2 Democratic senators and another Democratic governor. And in all likelihood, hopefully, we're going to be voting for the next Democratic president of the United States. Tell you a little bit about our campaign. We've been campaigning for about 8 months now, traveling all around the district and all around the state, meeting with a variety of individuals. If there's one set of ears that are ready to listen, I'm ready to talk. Some of you know that I talk a little bit too much. But there's a lot to talk about. Our fight in the 200 or so events that we've already been to over the past 8 months has focused on one major principle. Now, health care, affordable and accessible health care, is very important to all of us. Making sure that our small businesses are able to compete on a level playing field when they don't have the host of lobbyists that live in Washington, D.C. Making sure that we have proper educational initiatives and trying to do something about the soaring cost of educational tuition. But, you know what? These, in my opinion, are side issues. What we need to do is fix the system. The system that we have in place, unfortunately, has led to economic injustice all throughout America. We've seen over the past 30 years our wages dampened. Only the top 20% of society, unfortunately, has seen a significant increase in incomes, and we are not a poor country. This theory of trickle-down economics from the 70s and 80s never came to fruition. Left the majority of America behind, and unfortunately has taken over our legislators and taken over the legislation that's supposed to be representing the American voice. So can we go in there and say we're going to completely change the system and end government corruption and bring economic justice to every corner of America? No, we can't. Life is full of good and evil, and this will be it until the end of time. But we are Democrats because we fight to tip the scales back in the favor of good and back in the favor of those that need us the most, which is the majority of the American people. Oftentimes when I come to these events, I don't write a speech. I tell you what's in my heart. That's how we need to speak. We need to speak from the heart. Those that are conservative, those Republicans, I think that they're ready to listen. I'm not sure who that fellow was that spoke about an hour ago, but I think I'm going to vote for him. And he taught us that we've got to work together. They thought that Democrats would never rise up in Shenandoah County. I think we're showing them a thing or two. So those of you that are looking to 2008, that are looking for a new Congress, well, we've got a new Congress, but a better Congress, a better Senate, and someone different in the White House, I urge you to take a second look, because it's not too late, at our 2007 race. This is our last chance to impact the state Senate and impact and have a profound impact on the General Assembly before we redistrict in 2011. So the Senate is every 4 years. This is our last chance to help Maxine and good other Democrats get elected. That's why it's so important. So if you care about Virginia politics, or if you only care about national politics, it all rides on these state races. That is very important. It's kind of a long shot, but this time last year, they thought it was a long shot that we would take both chambers of the Congress, and we did it. And with your help, this year, we're going to do it again, and we're going to turn Virginia blue. In closing, I hope that you'll visit my website, stam2008.com, and that you'll criticize me as often as possible, because with criticism is the only way we can grow. We want to adequately represent you out there on the campaign trail. And we hope that you will do everything you can to help out Maxine and all of our quality 2007 Democratic candidates. Thank you.